Hello everyone, my name is Sean. I am the Crypto Smith. I do appreciate you guys checking back in with me on another XRP video. Now this one is going to be XRP and XLM, two projects that I currently hold, and I'm going to explain to you why I am bullish on both of these projects and why I hold both tokens. I will be holding both tokens for quite some time until the future of the financial system starts running with these running in the background, leading the way. Now, this report comes from Harvard. Now, it's a little known school. You may or may not have heard of it, but they're no slouch in the educational community. This one is about Ripple, XRP, and stellarlumens XLM, and the digital dollar and blockchain. And basically, it's a short course put together, and I'm going to go through it with you. So this says Harvard, Ripple, XRP, and stellarlumens XLM will be the backbone of payment systems of the future. The Harvard report explains how Ripple and Stellar can facilitate faster settlements of CBDCs worldwide. Ripple's XRP and stellarlumens have thus become a go-to choice for several international businesses. Now, although the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission is engaged in a major battle with Ripple, right? We know what's going on with the SEC and Ripple, right? They're back and forth. It's been going on for 2 years now, and this report was put out in May of last year, 2022, and we likely still have several more months to go to see the outcome of this, but I'm going to say that it doesn't really matter. I mean, yes, it would be nice if Ripple won and XRP was deemed not a security, but I don't think in the long term it's going to make that much difference. So now if the SEC win and they win the entire thing and XRP is deemed a security, that still isn't going to change the fact that XRP and Ripple are going to be the plumbing, let's say, of the new financial system. So if you didn't know this, Ripple's business is actually 95% outside of the U.S., and many of those businesses, including banks and countries, said they do not care about the SEC and the lawsuit. Doesn't matter to them. They're still going to use it no matter what. So let that give you a little bit of hope, depending on how this thing turns out with the SEC. But anyway, it goes on to say, although the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission is engaged in a major battle with Ripple, other market players continue to see major value in this blockchain network. Harvard University recently published a report on the pathway for the U.S. digital dollar. So in this report, author J.S. Mehta mentions that blockchain technology has become mature enough to handle fiat currency in the digital format, right? Obviously, this has been going on for over a decade now. They've made leaps and bounds in progress on how these things are going to be handled with banks, in financial institutions, governments, including CBDCs and stablecoins. And Ripple is at the heart of a lot of that. And if you stick around to the end of this video, I'm going to give you another 2-minute video that you have to watch. You absolutely have got to watch it. It is going to explain even further and more in depth as to why I hold these two projects. So, and if you didn't know, Ripple was actually working with the country of Palau to develop their own stablecoin there to help them move forward into the digital financial future. If you haven't seen it, check out the video above. So interestingly, the report also mentions that the blockchain networks like Ripple and stellarlumens have seen growing acceptance while becoming the preferred choice for international businesses. The report also goes on to explain how these two blockchains can facilitate instant CBDC settlements while leveraging the power of AI and machine learning. The process involves a machine learning controlled FX interface. Now, FX is financial markets or financial currencies, also known as Forex interface. The author explains the entire 7-step process for the immutable fund transfer chain. So the sender initiates the transaction in fiat, receives the private keys, and gives it to the receiver. The sender then chooses immediate conversion or future date conversion, and those instructions then go to the machine learning driven FX platform. Based on instructions, the FX interface would convert fiat to either XRP or XLM. Obviously, it's going to depend. XLM has been dubbed as basically peer-to-peer, kind of more, let's just say, retail version. XRP is going to be more bank-to-bank, country-to-country, CBDC to CBDC, possibly used as stablecoins, and for on-demand liquidity. So one more bank side, XLM more retail. So the ML-controlled smart contract will execute the instructions. The FX interface shall send the crypto to the receiver. XRP blockchain handles immutability on the verification process. The execution shall be handled with the machine learning implemented smart contracts. The receiver then use the private keys sent by the sender and receive the funds in either XLM or XRP. The receiver can convert the crypto to fiat, whatever their local fiat is, or set it to a future date, and the smart contract handles that. So that's basically what happens when you're sending overseas settlements or cross-border payment. Now, Ripple and Stellar's growing market penetration, major economies across the world have been gearing up to launch their central bank digital currencies, which Ripple has been an integral part of. And you're going to see more of that in the video right after this. However, many experts believe that instead of building the CBDC infrastructure from the ground up, central banks can leverage the existing infrastructure to cater to their instant settlement needs, right? And this has been discussed before. There aren't countries out there that are just putting together a brand new team of people and saying, hey, okay, guys, I need you to start working on the CBDC and how we're going to make it work, and all the networks that are going to need to be made to other companies and countries out there. It's already been done. XRP and Ripple have already done that. stellarlumens has done that also on the retail side. So they're not going to try to reinvent the wheel. They're going to use what's already been done, and it's been done for almost a decade now. Furthermore, stellarlumens, along with Ripple's XRP, has become part of the ISO 20022, which makes them suitable compliant for CBDCs, right? Which is a messaging system that is basically an upgrade to the SWIFT system that's in place now. That is, in a nutshell, what this report says. And really, it's like I said, it's more of an online short course for crypto. And here it is now. Here's the actual short course, Harvard FinTech online short course, Dr. Jayesh Mehta, MBA, The Road to the U.S. Digital Dollar. It goes through introduction. I'm just going to go through the basics here of where it mentions XRP and XLM. So here, while they're saying why digital dollar, two blockchain-based protocols, Ripple, XRP, and stellarlumens, XLM, gaining popularity as the coins of choice for many international businesses. And then they go on to explain what the digital dollar is, what are the salient features. And basically, if you know anything about what the digital dollar is going to be, it's going to be a lot like the fiat dollar, unfortunately. A lot of things are going to be the same. The Fed or the Treasury, they're going to be able to mint, as many tokens as they want, or many coins as they want, or whatever you want to call it. And it doesn't really help the situation. It just gives them greater control over where the spending goes, what you can buy and sell, how much you can earn, what you can save. Those kind of things, just more controls on the population, but it doesn't really solve the problem of inflation because they can go ahead and mint as many coins as they want and cause the same problems we have now with the fiat system. So hopefully somebody smarter than me and somebody smarter than who is currently running things will be able to figure that out to make the digital version of our dollar a much stronger and more stable version. What is blockchain? They're going to explain a little bit of that. And here it is, basics of XLM and XRP blockchains. And they're going to give you just a little taste of what each one is. XLM is a global currency, like currency without borders, can be redeemed in any fiat currency of your choice, lest that be dollars, British pounds, bitcoins, Indian rupees. According to Stellar Communication, it has no owner. If anything is owned by the public, it's owned by the public. The software runs across a decentralized open network, handles millions of transactions a day, like Bitcoin and Ethereum. Well, I don't know if Bitcoin does millions of transactions a day or Ethereum because they're much slower and much more expensive. Stellar relies on blockchain to keep the network in sync, but the end user's experience is more like cash. Stellar is much faster, cheaper, and more energy efficient, of course. Ripple, more of the same thing, the XRP. Ripple protocol is able to process secure and reliable transactions in a matter of seconds. The length of time required for one round of consensus to complete is literally seconds, 2-3 seconds. Now, what we may see here in the future is that the XLM token may be much more widely visible and more popular and more well-known than XRP. XRP, I believe, is going to be just running in the background. Basically, we're going to consider this the plumbing of the financial system. We may actually be trading in units of XLM. That's what, if I'm going to pay Susie for something that she has, through Venmo, maybe that's an XLM transaction. And it may not be Venmo. It may be something else. But you understand what I'm saying, that we may actually be trading, personally, peer-to-peer in the XLM token. Who knows? But I doubt we're going to see anything about XRP, and Ripple and XRP will probably not be well known for a lot of years to come, even though they're running efficiently in the background. So this basically wraps up what I have to say about this Harvard course that came out last year, right? If somebody at Harvard thinks it's important enough to mention XRP and XLM, there's probably something to it. And then now I want to get into this video and just leave it with you the last 2 minutes of here, and I'll just give you just a quick rundown of what I think of that video upon completion. But stick around for the entire thing. Honestly, it's exciting. You don't want to miss this one.
Why do I hold XRP? Because Ripple's the chosen one to lead the new global digital payment system, and they use XRP. In 2013, the Federal Reserve began looking for faster payments options. 2 years later, an action plan was born and a federal payments task force was created. It included one company focused on crypto, Ripple. In 2014, the World Bank and Better Than Cash Alliance, which includes the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Clinton Global Initiative, and the governments of 32 countries, put out a report called The Opportunities of Digitizing Payments. 1 year later, the Better Than Cash Alliance featured one crypto company on their website, Ripple. Today, Better Than Cash Alliance and all other UN initiatives are focused on a single agenda, the Sustainable Development Goals for 2030. You can see the SDGs logo on Bill Gates' lapel, world-leading companies, the Better Than Cash Alliance website, and on the UN's official exchange, Exchange. What crypto is Exchange officially utilizing for their carbon credit solution? XRP. The world will move to a new international standard for exchanging electronic messages between financial institutions by 2025 called ISO 20022. Who was the first ISO 20022 member focused on distributed ledger technology? Ripple. Who's partnered with over 300 financial institutions, including Bank of America, American Express, PNC, Santander, SBI, HSBC, Standard Chartered Bank, Bank of England, India, Singapore, Scotland, Australia, and Indonesia, the largest banks in Japan, Canada, Egypt, the Middle East, United Arab Emirates, Thailand, Morocco, Bhutan, South Korea, Brazil, and Latin America? Ripple. Who is a former employee overseeing the Federal Reserve? Ripple. A former employee overseeing the world's largest asset manager, BlackRock's digital asset division? Ripple. Leading Australia's CBDC effort? Ripple. Who hired a former Treasury of the United States? Ripple. 2 former Federal Reserve attorneys to their board? Ripple. 2 former Clinton and Obama advisors? Former Minister of Defense and Economics of Germany? Former business director at Swift? Former Swift board member? Former CFO of PayPal? Former head of the DTCC? Former chief business officer at Uber? Former VP of Amazon and former SEC chair on their legal team? Ripple. Who's a member of the Digital Pound Foundation, Digital Dollar Project, Digital Euro Association, Mojaloop, IMF's High-Level Advisory Board on Fintech, Hyperledger Blockchain Consortium, Open Payments Coalition, Faster Payments Council, Global Payments Steering Group, Cross-Border Working Group, International Association for Trusted Blockchain Applications, Crypto Climate Accord, University Blockchain Initiative, World Wide Web Consortium, and a featured partner of the World Economic Forum with 3 members of their team directly listed on the WF website? Ripple. Now, does Ripple and XRP sound like they're going to disappear?
Okay. All right. Is that enough? Did you guys have enough of that one? Right? That one gets me excited every time. I've probably watched that 20 times. Now, I didn't put the video out. That's not my video, so I can't take credit for it, but it does sum up in a very short video as why you should be excited about XRP and XLM. The same goes for XLM. I think they both kind of go hand in hand, but if you can't get excited about that, I don't know what you can. Hope you enjoyed this video and you learned a little bit about XRP and XLM. And for that, I thank you guys for sticking around, and I will see you guys all on the next one.